Hello and welcome back here. There have been some odd events surrounding Henry Cavill's Superman career that may surprise casual fans. Big red boots were previously made by Cavill's Superman to make room for the next actor to take the lead. Superman may have taken a controversial turn under Zack Snyder and the DCEU, but Henry Cavill's remarkable portrayal of the character remains a positive aspect of the universe's past. Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman is probably going to go down in history as one of the character's most recognizable images, since he has inspired a new wave of followers based on the Man of Steel world. Nonetheless, the British actor's assured on-screen presence hasn't let his eccentric moments over his time playing the role falter. So here are some astonishing facts. Number 1. World of Warcraft nearly caused Henry Cavill to miss Zack Snyder's call. In the business, Cavill's identity as a gamer has moved from being a closely held secret to being well known. His passion for gaming and gaming culture is well documented, ranging from his YouTube tutorials showing how to construct a gaming PC to his enthusiastic depiction of Geralt of Rivia in Netflix's The Witcher series. Cavill's passion for Zack Snyder is so great that he ignored his call, informing him that he had been cast as Superman since he was playing World of Warcraft at the time. Henry Cavill remembered that his phone went off in the middle of a dungeon crawl, and he didn't want to be bothered. He only looked up at the very last second to see Zack Snyder's name go from the screen. Fortunately, he was able to return the phone in time to hear the wonderful news. Number 2. It wasn't until hours before the announcement that Henry Cavill found out he had been cast. Casting Henry Cavill as Superman was even more stressful, as though he almost missed the call congratulating him on landing the legendary part. Cavill didn't even know he had been cast as Superman until the morning of the announcement, since the casting process was so covert. Closely monitored, Cavill learned he was in the running early in January when he received a callback to have a face-to-face meeting with Zack Snyder. After defeating rivals like Armie Hammer, Joe Manganiello, and Matthew Good, Cavill didn't realize he was cast until the morning of the announcement, when he received a devoted call from Snyder. Because the entire decision was kept so secret, Cavill was even aware of it before some Warner execs. Number 3. Henry Cavill only drew inspiration from comic books. Actors frequently delve further into character studies when cast in a part as renowned as Superman in order to find inspiration. With so many media options available to him, Henry Cavill had enough to choose from for a creature as commonplace as Superman. Cavill chose to concentrate only on the comics because he didn't want his big-screen Kal-El to follow in the footsteps of his predecessors. Henry Cavill cites Superman Red Son of 2003, Superman Batman The Search for Kryptonite of 2008, The Death of Superman of 1992, and The Return of Superman of 1993 as key references. According to Cavill, these books are the foundation of his Superman portrayal. Number 4. The school that Henry Cavill's nephew attended shocked to know that his uncle was Superman. Although it's common for school-aged children to make outlandish claims about famous relatives, Henry Cavill's nephew's unbelievable story turned out to be genuine. During his school's career day, Thomas, one of Cavill's several nephews, reportedly mentioned that his uncle was Superman. His teachers and classmates were obviously dubious. When Thomas's instructor pulled aside the boy's mother to tell her not to encourage her kid to lie, Thomas ended up in trouble. Thomas' mother had to reassure his school that he was regrettably speaking the truth. Number 5. Henry Cavill was almost cast as Superman in Superman Returns. The last time Superman appeared on film was with Brandon Routh in Superman Returns in 2006, until Cavill's first appearance in Man of Steel in 2013. However, 7 years prior, Henry Cavill was also vying for the part and almost made his Superman debut. Mick G had been eyeing Cavill for the part, and his original plan was for him to helm the movie. The movie was a retelling of Christopher Reeve's own film, Superman 2, thus the company finally replaced Mick G with director Bryan Singer, who chose to employ Routh instead of Reeve because of their similar appearances. Cavill gained the moniker the unluckiest man in Hollywood as a result of a series of second-place selections for memorable parts. Number 6. Henry Cavill screen-tested for Superman at only 21 years old. Surprisingly, Cavill has already experienced playing the Kryptonian hero on screen before being rejected for Superman Returns. Cavill, when just 21, participated in a screen test for a Superman costume for the 2004 film Superman Flyby. J.J. Abrams imagined that Superman Flyby would have marked the beginning of a new Superman trilogy that included Lex Luthor as a crazy CIA agent in a civil war on the planet Krypton. Sadly, Warner Bros. Decided not to proceed with the movie and only incorporated a handful of the concepts into Superman Returns. Henry Cavill was once again just a step away from playing Superman. Number 7. Henry Cavill auditioned in the classic costume. Henry Cavill had a Superman tryout with Zack Snyder and his crew one lovely day in a secluded part of the Santa Monica foothills. Attending the audition, Harry Lennox said how he saw Cavill in the costume and knew right away he was going to land the part. However, Cavill's ability to pull off the iconic Superman suit from Christopher Reeve contributed to the audition's success. Snyder first revealed a picture on the social networking site Vero to confirm this, and then he shared a gorgeous picture of Cavill taken during his Superman audition, the same picture Snyder used to inform the studio that Cavill had been cast for the part. Number 8. Henry Cavill is the only Superman to have an 8-pack. Among all the actors that have played Superman, Henry Cavill's body is one of the best on film in the contemporary period. But understanding the intricacies of his routine and the accomplishments of his training only serves to heighten the impact of his shirtless moments. Cavill had to refute reports circulating that he had a body fat percentage as low as 3%. Henry nevertheless takes great pride in his comparatively uncommon 8-pack abs, which he initially developed for the 2011 film Immortals and then brought back for Man of Steel. A mix of genetic serendipity and meticulous training makes this feasible. Number 9. Clark Kent introduced Henry Cavill to American football. Henry Cavill is an Englishman, thus the chances of his becoming an American football fan of any type may seem quite slim. And yet, because of his admiration for Superman's modest beginnings as Clark Kent, that is precisely what transpired. Cavill disclosed that he was a Kansas City Chiefs fan. His love of rugby helped him to acquire an appreciation for American football while he was living in the United States. Given that Superman is a country kid from Kansas, he reasoned that the Kansas City Chiefs would be his team of choice when choosing a sports team to support. Cavill stated that Superman was as much a constant in his life as any loyal football fan's home team, making the decision feel extremely personal. Number 10. Henry Cavill owns a dog named after Superman. In many respects, Henry Cavill's devotion to his role has permeated his personal life. Prior to Man of Steel ever appearing in theaters in 2011, Cavill acquired an American Akita dog and gave it the name Kal, a reference to Superman's birth name, Kal-El. Kal has assisted Henry Cavill in coping with the pressures of celebrity as a therapy dog. Kal constantly seems to be by Henry's side, much like Superman's devoted dog, Krypto. In fact, he made an Instagram account specifically to post images of himself with admirers. Kal has also ventured into other realms in Cavill's oeuvre, making an Easter egg appearance in The Witcher 3. Number 11. Henry Cavill has struggled with Superman's American accent. Henry Cavill was the first English actor to play Superman, so mastering the accent was crucial given how well-known the character is in American society. Even while Cavill sounds really comfortable in the DCEU movies, it hasn't always been simple for him to maintain a presence on both sides of the divide. Fortunately, before Man of Steel, Henry Cavill had experience playing American accents. However, he has now gone on public saying that, after speaking in it for a day on set, he occasionally found it difficult to turn off his American accent. Even his fiancée wound up hearing Cavill's voice for Superman off the clock, which some fans of the DCEU would view as an honor. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.